Okay, the last set of chokes we're going to look at are what we call standing chokes, in which case your opponent is standing up and you're coming in from the front rather than behind. Now the first one we're going to look at, or the first two we're going to look at, are your lapel chokes. Now we got two lapel chokes, and basically there's no one better than the other. It's just to show you that it doesn't really matter what hand position you're in, as long as they're in a cross position. So the first one, we're going to grab the inside of the gi here, and both hands are palm up, like this. And we just squeeze and apply the choke. So your hand is here, and it's just like this. So you grab inside the gi here, up as high as you can, past the shoulder if possible. This hand comes in here like this, and then you apply the choke. The problem with these particular chokes is you have to have someone with some clothing on. Now if they have a tank top or a t-shirt, you can still make it work, but the problem is they stretch, so it's going to be a lot harder. It's almost easier to use their own clothing to choke them with than it is to do these chokes. So last one, we got the lapel with the palms up. Now the only difference between the other lapel choke is you have one up and one palm down. So you just came in here and grabbed, okay? Still the same motion, okay? So mainly it's just teaching you that it doesn't matter how you grab his gi or his shirt, as long as you grab it in a cross motion and you pull them into the choke. And those are your two lapel chokes. The next choke is the guillotine choke. This one's a little more commonly used in the system. Now this one is where you got the guy's opponent's head down. Usually we use this off of a blitzing technique, or sometimes when we've chopped the neck. What we want to do is you wrap the hand around the throat like this. The base of the crown should be right up against your ribs, and you should be sideways. This is a choke. You don't want to be here in this position, because he could just hit your groin, your center line, and whatever he wants. So we want to be sideways. Don't give him the target that he's going to be looking for. Grab hand, palm to palm. Just like we did with the scissor and blood chokes. Always grab palm to palm. From here, you just lift straight up. Basically what you're doing is you're hanging them on your hand, because this is pushing up and down. So we're going to push up with the hand and down with our body. And that's what they call a guillotine choke. The last one we're going to look at is what they call a tiger choke. He's going to be laying down on this one. You can do it standing up, but it's much harder to do in a standing position. And what you are is you're on top of your opponent. How you got here is any number of ways, but you're there. What you're going to do is you're going to take one hand, put it behind his neck, and just cradle his neck. Then you take your forearm and you grab your neck, and you just basically put all your weight on your forearm. So the hand comes in behind, forearm across the throat, grab your own hand, and then just sit down. And those are your standing chokes.